The Russinize Your Day show is brought to you by Lori Tornga, a realtor with Wykert Realtors in West Michigan. Give her a call, 616-299-9479. Lori Tornga with Wykert Realtors. Let her know you heard about her right here on the Russinize Your Day show.
And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Russinize Your Day show. I'm your host, Russ.
And I'm your other host, Brent.
And we are happy to be here with you today on this Monday episode of the Russinize Your Day show, where we're going to be talking some of the final polls before the Iowa caucus tonight at 8 o'clock.
So it's finally coming down to this. We're hitting the finish line, and who is leading the way?
We are right there. We are at the finish line, almost.
Yes. Is it Trump by a horse nose, or is it Cruz?
I don't see why you have to mock his nose.
Well, I wasn't mocking his nose.
Oh.
Because if I was mocking anybody's nose for a horse nose, it could be... Well, we won't go there.
Well, now I'm curious as to who it could be.
Well, I don't know. I think Trump actually mocked somebody for having a horse face.
That doesn't surprise me. He mocks a lot of people for a lot of things. Actually, Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse had the nerve to ask Donald Trump questions, actual questions.
How dare he?
They weren't joking questions. He was very serious. He actually paid him compliments in the beginning. This was a whole Twitter thing. Nebraska Senator Republican Ben Sasse took to Twitter and did this whole long stretch of questions to Donald Trump. And Trump comes back and says, oh, you know what? Nebraska can do so much better than this Ben Sasse guy. I saw him on Greta. He looks like a what did he use? It was a term for like
Jack?
Yeah, something like that.
Meathead? Oh, Jim Rat.
Jim Rat, yes. And so Here comes Ben Sasse, a Republican, newly elected Republican from Nebraska, and he has the audacity to question Trump and gets called a gym rat.
Well, you know, that's what you get from Trump. Great leadership.
Well, I mean, how much of a leader can you be when every time somebody is mean to you, you rush to Twitter to attack them?
I don't know. Barack Obama. How much of a great leader does it take?
He doesn't even do it to their face. Even though he has the chance often, he won't do it to their face. He takes to Twitter and is a whiny little baby on Twitter.
Yeah, but as soon as...
Megyn Kelly was mean to me. I got beat up by a girl.
Well, that's the leader that we need. It's not like we don't have a leader like that now.
No, we definitely don't have a leader like that now. We have somebody in the office of the presidency like that now.
Yes, we need with the Iowa caucus is coming up. We really need to take a step back as a people and look at who is running and why they are running. Because why is Trump running?
I don't know. Because it's called management. It's called We Have a Country.
He says it's to make America great again. However, he sits there in his campaign speeches and he says, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put together a team.
Even at that veterans thing, it was more about Trump than it was veterans. And by the way, all the money for that went to the Donald J. Trump Foundation.
Oh, so
and we don't know. Does anybody know where that money's gone at the moment? I haven't seen anything about it. All I know is that while they were collecting it, all the money went to the Donald J. Trump Foundation. He talks about raising $6 million. $1 million of that came from him. The website he set up only raised about $570,000. And then another millionaire who was there donated $1 million. So $2 million of that supposed $6 million came from just two rich guys. Which is good. Give your money. But history has shown that Donald Trump does not give his money. $57,000, as we pointed out on this show. $57,000 split up between 7 different charities, none of which were the Wounded Warrior Foundation, which he now did. And he, of course, made such a big deal about scheduling it. He could have picked any time to schedule this. He had to do it during the Republican debate, because that's how petty he is.
Yes. And, because the debate was on Thursday, we're supposed to be doing polls right now, but who cares about the polls? But because of that, his lead in Iowa hasn't really changed.
No, he's at 6.2 in Iowa. 6.2. The most recent poll, the Des Moines Register / Bloomberg poll, puts him up 5 points over Ted Cruz.
Right.
It's really anybody's game still. But this is the thing, though. You've got Marco Rubio and you've got Rand Paul out there calling Ted Cruz a liar. What do they think is going to happen? Because if Donald Trump wins Iowa, good luck.
Yeah.
Because he's built up this idea that he's the leader in all the polls. And we don't know right now if that's fake or if that's real, if it's artificially inflated, or if it's he actually has that lead. We won't know until tonight. And so you've got Marco Rubio and Rand Paul attacking the only guy who's in a position to beat Trump in Iowa. And if you can beat Trump in Iowa, the race is wide open for any of the other candidates. It really is. It doesn't matter who wins Iowa. As long as it's not Trump, the race is wide open for any of the other candidates to win, especially Rubio, who's doing quite well in New Hampshire, which is the second state to cast votes.
Right. I mean, of course, you have to sit back and actually look and figure out how this is going to play out instead of just going up on stage and attacking the next leader that's on stage, because Trump wasn't on stage. So Ted Cruz was the leader.
He was the target.
Yeah, he was the target. Stop targeting the leader and actually start running.
Well, could you imagine if you had Ted Cruz, who's attacking Trump now, Marco Rubio, and Rand Paul, all three of them attack Trump? That's 3 credible people.
Right.
Who have huge followings. They would take him down. But again, we're going to find out tonight if Donald Trump is actually his popularity rating is the lowest of all the candidates. No Republican candidate has ever gotten the nomination, as I read, this is what I read. No Republican has ever gotten a nomination with or even existed with that low of an approval rating. No Republican has had that low of an approval rating, which would, I think they actually phrase it as high unfavorability rating. So he's very unpopular, and we're expected to believe that he's going to be the guy and he's going to win Iowa.
Well, fun fact. I love fun facts. Fun fact is...
Bring it out, baby.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to bring it out, now that you mentioned it.
Where's the number for HR?
Real Clear Politics actually shows him losing to not only Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
But to Hillary Clinton as well.
The irony of that being he's actually losing to Hillary by the same amount that Jeb Bush loses to Hillary, 2.7%, I believe, according to the Real Clear Politics average.
And that's absolutely ridiculous. When everybody's like, oh, yeah, Trump, all the Trump supporters are like, Trump will beat Hillary. Well, according to the polls, nope,
not going to happen.
And of course, it's just polls, but still, it's like,
well, that's the thing. All we have are polls at the moment, so take them with a grain of salt, however you are. But that's not really encouraging. You have to take a very wide look at polls, because again, you take the fact that he's leading in all these polls, but then you look at he's got the highest unfavorability rating of any Republican ever, running for president.
It just something doesn't pan out very well.
No, none of the numbers actually add up.
Yeah.
How does somebody with the highest unfavorability rating of any Republican running for president ever, how does he lead in all the polls? That doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I've cautioned to not rush and jump to conclusions, because we don't want to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. We did that with Mitt Romney, where Mitt was, Mitt was leading everywhere. Mitt was the guy. Mitt was the guy we needed. He was the only one who could beat President Obama, and he lost. He became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Republicans do that all the time. They build, it's the quote-unquote powers that be, build up this narrative that this is the person, and people just fall into it. They buy into it. We need to start thinking individually again, which we've learned Trump supporters can't do.
Yes. Well, now we're talking about Trump and all these guys, but what about Hillary and Bernie's race?
They're down to, it is neck and neck. I think it's a 2-point spread according to the Real Clear Politics average. She holds a very slim lead over Bernie Sanders. That race is going to be a lot different. And don't count out Martin O'Malley. He's up to 4.4 in Iowa.
Yes, he is.
He's in this race, folks. He's in it to win it.
He's bringing up the rear.
Yeah, my guy Martin O'Malley there. He's of course, everybody knows I'm a huge O'Malley supporter.
Yeah.
I loved him in his time in that state he was governor of.
He
was really good in that state.
Amazing.
He was so don't count him out, of course. A dark horse candidate there.
Yes, he is.
But the Democrat race is a lot different because if Hillary loses Iowa, I don't think she's out. I mean, it's not going to damage her very much. It'll definitely cast doubt over her. I think it's very dangerous if Bernie loses in Iowa.
I think
because again, he's got this insurgent campaign.
Right. I think I pointed out on Friday, the two front runners have this complex that they have it in the bag.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is out there thinking he has it in the bag. Yeah. What a jerk.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He's the front runner, right?
Yes.
That you were talking about. I knew that's who you were referring to.
But Hillary Clinton, she might not have to win Iowa. But if she does not win Iowa, how much more momentum do you give to Bernie Sanders or O'Malley?
That's the thing, yeah. And we know O'Malley's going to probably do really well.
Yeah.
If she... I think she'll eke. I think she has good chances of eking out a victory. It's going to be close, and that's not going to be good for her, though, even if just winning.
Right.
She has to, if she really wants to do away with Bernie, she has to crush him in Iowa, and I don't know if she's going to be able to do that.
I don't think she will be able to. Honestly, her supporters have grown so thin over these last few months because of
they haven't been eating.
Yoga.
Yoga. Oh yeah, they released the 66 secret yoga positions that Hillary Clinton uses, and they've started using them and lost a huge amount of weight. Huge.
Looking beautiful.
Yeah. Said no one ever, but yeah. Carry on with your line of thinking there.
So I think her supporters have really thinned out. How many
Not
are
the
gonna...
tubbies Bill usually likes.
Right.
The cankles.
Yes. Yes. You gotta get them cankles.
I love those fat chicks.
But who's gonna show up in Iowa for Hillary? Bernie Sanders is the one that's being charismatic, and people want to show up for him. I don't know if people even want to show up for Donald Trump. They like him because he's a celebrity and because he's a billionaire.
And they like Bernie Sanders because he says things like, I soar above me, that endless byway. And he calls America, America.
Yes.
This is America. Bernie, do you know where you are right now?
I think he's having a stroke. Somebody, what is it? Kiss or keep it simple? No, that's not it.
No, you can't actually kiss it. You have to sign a waiver now if you want to kiss somebody.
Right, yeah. I don't know if I'd want to sign that waiver for Bernie.
No.
But
I feel like he smells
like mothballs.
Yeah, like mothballs. Yep.
That's
the Democrats have been keeping him up in the attic, so they needed to make sure they kept him fresh.
Speaking of which, because we have discussed, because we have discussed the fact of maybe them pulling good old Uncle Joe Biden in. Biden.
He's biting his tongue.
Or maybe an Al Gore. I would like to point out Al Gore's prediction has failed.
That's right. We passed the deadline.
Yes.
The Earth is over. Well, look at it. It's here. The snow's melting. Global warming.
Unbelievable.
But no, it's totally believable because Al Gore said it.
Oh yes,
when he was flying around in his private jet that is not environmentally friendly.
No,
it's not a green jet.
No, burning straight fossil fuel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guzzling it down like a kegger.
Yeah, it is like a frat boy at a tailgate.
Yep,
that is the perfect description of Al Gore's jet
and his car.
And his car, his SUVs, and which one of his houses? I'm sure there's...
All of them.
All of them.
Yes,
that's all of them.
14.
He's got several different houses. So he's... I haven't heard much from Al Gore, though.
That's true, but, there's been some whispers, some talk about behind the scenes of, shall we get Biden back in, or should we get Gore?
This shows that the Democrat establishment doesn't want Bernie Sanders.
Exactly.
And I think this is the first time that I can remember that the Democrats had this. Both the parties are the same, but and how it's functioning, they have their establishment and then they have their non-establishment figures. You usually don't see it as much in the Democrat Party because they are more of a step in line sort of mentality. The Republicans you always see the strife in the Republican Party because there's a very vocal faction that doesn't agree with the establishment, and they make it known, and they apparently knee-jerk to a guy who's just like Barack Obama. That one's beside me.
Yeah. Well, it is funny because the Republican establishment is a lot like the Democrat. Mm-hmm. I mean, it might be a little bit lighter on some things, but it's almost exactly alike.
Well, it's like that the age-old description that Democrats are running towards the cliff, Republicans are walking towards the cliff.
Right.
The destination's the same, just how you get there. One takes you there a little slower, which some would argue that that's worse than the route that gets you there fast.
I think I'd rather run into a wall than walk into one. I think running into a wall, you'd get knocked out. If you walk into one, then you feel silly.
Well, but that description doesn't really work with the cliff one because, I don't care if I'm running or walking. I don't want to go off a cliff.
Thanks for taking
It's
away
weird that you would want to run into a wall. I feel like we should explore this a little bit.
Do you have the time?
What happened to you? Is this why you can't say words?
Shh. Figured it out. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I can't say words is because I like to run into walls.
Yeah. If you walked into them, it'd be a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you have to run into them. Yes. Always got to do things the hard way. The Brent way, as we call it here on the Russinize Your Day show.
You know what's really funny, though? Is
this show?
Yeah,
the show is funny.
You know what's really funny? You brought it up that there's
Don't blame me.
Oh, I'm blaming you.
Don't you dare.
You bring up different aspects of or different offshoots of Republicans and Democrats. Some people, the conservative, grassroots, Tea Party, whatever, they want to stay more on the Constitution,
mm-hmm.
whereas the establishment wants to, like we've discussed, walk towards the cliff. The Democrats want to run towards the cliff. The liberals / progressives, what are they doing? Friggin' on a motorcycle?
They're in actually
jet.
They're in a Formula One car, and they've got that sucker, going just.
Which is ironic because that's also a fossil fuel guzzler.
Yeah, well, again, that's a very good description for how they work.
Yeah.
They're out there telling you that you got to drive your Priuses, which is, we've pointed out in this show, the way they actually make the lithium batteries for them. Not very environmentally friendly.
No.
And I've even seen that brought up on a liberal television show I watched back in the day, that they actually brought up about how unenvironmentally friendly. So while the process is for making those, so while you're saying, oh, I drive a hybrid, you might be in the moment saving on gas money, which is great, but the way they made your car really did not do any benefit to the environment.
Not at all.
But that's the whole point of global, which somebody asked apparently Ben Carson at an event Which, again, according to that poll that I cited about Trump's unfavorability rating, the one with the most favorable rating is Ben Carson. I'm telling you, don't count out Dr. Carson, especially in a evangelically based situation like Iowa.
Right. And really, you can't really count out, and you pointed out, you can't really count out anybody right now.
No, and if nobody wants to be counted out, somebody needs to beat Trump.
Yes.
Somebody other than Trump needs to win the Iowa caucus. Cruz is the one positioned in the polls to do that best. But again, don't count out Ben Carson. Carly Fiorina, I think anybody would be dumb to pass her up for vice president.
Yeah,
when the time comes, you wouldn't be smart to do it. But
she was very smart Thursday. So
yeah, I heard good. I didn't watch the pre-debate debate. Did you?
I'm not even sure what you just said.
The kiddie table debate.
It's like pre-game game.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry. You ran into a wall again, didn't you? But as I was saying about Ben Carson, somebody at an event asked him, well, if you're so smart, why do you deny global warming? Actually asked that question. I didn't see how he handled it. I don't doubt he handled it fine. He's a very intelligent man. See, that's the thing. I like people, I like candidates that I don't have to worry about and apologize for.
Or, defend.
And so far, the types like defend too. Ben Carson, Ted Cruz, even Carly Fiorina. Those are my three favorites, frankly, personally speaking.
I mean, when you have to go out and try to defend your candidate because of what they've said on social media, do you really want him or her as a candidate?
This is the thing, though, about Trump supporters. They don't go out and defend Trump. They go out and join Trump. They're one of the most hostile groups I've ever seen. There was a list of 10 words that, in a 24-hour period, 10 words that Trump supporters called Megyn Kelly.
Yes.
Because, she was the mean and she picked on Donald Trump.
Yeah, nobody can pick on the Trump.
Can't pick on the Trump. So the top one, I think, was bitch. Again, folks, I apologize for using the language, but that is what they were calling Megyn Kelly. There was also, I think the second was bimbo.
Yep.
You had a huge, the list also included the C word.
Cheap. Oh, no, the other C word.
Cheap was included in there, but there's another C word that they use that I will not be saying. We have our limits here on the Russinize Your Day show. Just in case there's somebody out there like, these guys have no limits, I can't listen to them. We have limits, we do. We draw the line somewhere.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We're like, although usually it's like Obama's line with
Syria.
Yeah, Syria, the red line. We draw it here. Well, we're going to draw it here.
Well,
so it's a moving red line.
Yeah,
it's a fluid red line.
Yes, we like to stay progressive here. So I would say that the movie.
You're not supposed to openly admit that.
Ben.
We're trying to tell people we're conservatives, and here we are suddenly saying, oh, we're progressives. I'm sorry, Brent's fired. Leave.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, but, there was a few words in there that, well, first of all, number one, saying that she's a bitch or calling her a bitch.
Or a bimbo.
Yeah, or a bimbo. It's, where is the leadership of showing some type of respect? Even if you don't like the person.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think common sense would dictate that a leader, even though they don't agree, because Trump's not going to be just president of people who agree with him.
Right.
He's going to be president of Megyn Kelly. He's going to be president of all the people who disagree with him. That doesn't mean he controls them. That means he represents them.
Yeah.
He represents even the people. This is the problem with his business background. He is the boss of everybody.
Exactly.
As president, he's the leader of everybody, even people who disagree with him.
Right. And he's not the boss. He is the representative. So when you go and you're thinking, you know what? I like this guy Trump. Do you want Trump representing you on the world stage? Do you want Hillary Clinton representing you on the world stage, or even a Bernie Sanders or a Ted Cruz? Who do you want, though?
Remember the last time we had Hillary Clinton represent us on a world stage? An ambassador died.
And 3 others.
3 others, yes. So just remember that to our Democrat friends when you go to the polls. I will say I don't want Bernie Sanders because he's a socialist. Absolutely not. But Bernie Sanders is honest.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for him in that capacity, because there could be stuff that comes out, obviously, that, I mean, he's been in the Senate a long time.
I'm pretty sure he was born in the 4th row, 3 seats in. That's where he was born.
Yeah, and they just built up the Senate around him, and as he grew up, he just became a senator.
Yeah.
That's how...
Didn't even have to get voted in.
That's how Sanders became a senator. But, and of course, before the time of parties, so he was an independent.
Yeah.
But I think he's a bit of a sellout, though, running as a Democrat, because he's a socialist, and he's always been an independent.
Right. He should have went independent and ran as the third party, but...
I don't understand, but regardless,
right?
He's honest.
Yeah, he's. Well, I was gonna say, so far on the Democrat side, he's probably the most honest. There's 3 people.
Yeah,
of course he's the most honest.
Well, no, I think Martin O'Malley's the most honest.
Well, he's very soft spoken. Nobody's really heard him speak.
Yeah, well, he likes to take his shirt off more. He's a man of few words.
Yeah, he's more of a man of action.
He's a man of action, Martin O'Malley.
There you go.
Martin, we can write your campaign slogans if you want.
Yes.
We will gladly help you out, buddy.
Yes, we will.
We're on the O'Malley bandwagon.
Yes. O'Malley for president.
Yeah, I mean, if you drop out, I'm going to have to go to somebody like Jim Gilmore on the Republican side. I've heard somebody say that. I don't know where the Gilchrist Morlandson.
Oh, okay. I heard it and I was like, who is it? I tried Googling him. No such person.
No, because you have to Google Jim Gilmore. I don't know where the people who are listening to got more Gilchrist Morlandson. That's
okay. So I'm not completely crazy.
No. Okay. This one is not we can't attribute this one to you running into a wall.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Is this Gil person running?
Jim Gilmore, yeah. He was on the kitty debate.
Oh.
The kitty table debate.
My apologies.
Wow, you probably looked right at him and...
thought nothing?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, who's that guy? I don't care.
What is this? Who is this? What's happening?
Where's the wall? Where's the wall?
But yeah, no, he's definitely in the Republican race. I'm not sure why.
Where is he polling? Like 0%?
Yeah, I think so.
So he should probably be.
I don't know how he got. Iowa. Yeah, you'd think. I don't know though. I think most of his support is once we get Middle Earth up there.
Yes.
He's gonna pull in a lot of support.
The orcs.
Yeah, the orcs are huge Gilmore fans.
Yeah. The white hand of Clinton.
Yes. I can't help where I put this hand. Yeah, okay, Bill, we got it. I'm not even sure why you're still here, but can we get Bill out of here? Go. I saw some cankles down the hall, Bill. Go, all right.
Hey.
But
okay, hold on.
Yeah,
I have to ask, what is Bill's pickup line?
I don't know. Let's take it. Poll the audience.
All right. Yeah.
What do you think? Some Bill Clinton pickup line. We've played the Joe Biden random compliment generator. Let's create the Bill Clinton random pickup generator.
Yes, that would be
pickup line generator. So if you please email your best Bill Clinton pickup lines to Russinize at whirlwindmedia.com. That's RUSSINIZE at WHRLwindmedia.com. So send us your best Bill Clinton pickup lines, and we'll go through them and we'll read them on the air.
Yes, we will, and we might even have Bill come in and read some for us.
Yeah, He's a little busy down the hall right now.
Well,
but
or maybe he'll come in and just share his.
That could be. He could just do that. So we've got it. He'll be the judge of it one way or the other. But before we end the show here, we're coming to the end of it. But I did want to point out, President Obama, for the first time, is visiting a United States mosque.
Yes.
The Islamic Society of Baltimore. He's visited mosques abroad, apparently, according to a Daily Caller article. Did you know that? Did you know he visited mosques abroad?
No, I didn't realize that was the thing.
I didn't think they let broads in mosques. We're here all week.
Well,
no, he's visiting the Islamic Society of Baltimore, which is a part of the so-called Islamic Society of North America.
Yes.
And
I'm a member.
Of course you are. You just got flagged by the NSA. But, are they allowed to? No, they can't. You're Muslim. They can't do that.
Oh, jeez.
Don't tell them you're Jewish, but, they'll flag you then. But, so he's going to this. The thing about the Islamic Society of North America, they are involved in they were unindicted co-conspirators, or some of in the 2008, Holy Land bombings. And several of their board members, or members of their board have donated or have been involved in some way with Hamas.
Yes.
The terrorist organization. And specifically, the Islamic Society of Baltimore, the actual mosque Obama will be going to, involvement with the Muslim Brotherhood.
Way to show leadership. Let's go to a mosque.
Well, he's doing it, though, for a valiant cause to reinforce, the American belief in freedom of religion. Okay. Because he's gone to so many churches to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's also stood up for the Catholics' right to their rights of being
against contraception,
being against
and abortion.
And abortion. He stood up for them.
He didn't.
But that's freedom of religion.
Well, no, he's forcing them to violate their conscience.
Oh, yeah.
But mosques,
God forbid. I mean, Allah forbid.
Allah forbid.
Allah forbid.
Allah be praised. Heaven forbid you draw a picture of Muhammad or, criticize them in any way. Did you, at the debate, did you see that Nabila Noor, who asked a question? She's a YouTube star. That's apparently what we do now, is allow them to ask questions at presidential debates. But her thing was about Islamophobia and how the presidential candidates are working to fight Islamophobia. Okay. What I wanted to know, why didn't somebody ask? And of course, Jeb Bush bought and did this whole bit and did this whole spiel
in Spanish.
Of course he did. That wouldn't surprise me, but he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, but that wouldn't surprise me.
No, it wouldn't.
I know we have a bunch of people going, no, he didn't. You guys didn't actually watch the debate. But why didn't anybody ask her what she is doing? And I posted this to Twitter. So why didn't anybody ask Nabila what she is doing as a Muslim to combat radical sex within her religion?
What did you get back?
I got somebody saying, can we ask the same questions of Christians? For my and I didn't respond to this person because they're a loser and they're garbage. I'm a winner. But
easy, Trump.
But my response to that would be this: do whatever you want. Remember, we're not fighting the Christian state of Iraq and Syria.
Right.
It's not the Christian state of Iraq and Syria who's beheading people.
Beheading Muslims.
And
other Christians.
Yeah. It's not them. It's the so-called Islamic State of Iraq and Syria who is beheading children and murdering Muslims and Christians abroad.
Yes. So thank you, President Obama, for representing us at that mosque.
And thanks, loser Twitter person, for being such a jerk. We're at the end of the show for today, folks. And thanks for tuning in. If you want to get a hold of us again, Russinize at whirlwindmedia.com. Check out www.whirlwindmedia.com, which you actually don't have to type in the www anymore. That's how advanced we are as a society. John Coffin.
I'm sorry, you got me. You got me with you actually don't have to type in the www.
But So check us out there. Always stay up to date. Rate and review us on iTunes, please. And you can also get us on the go on Stitcher and Google Play Music. Apparently, I'm being told we're on there, but you can't find us. Just search for Russinize Your Day, and check us out on Twitter at Russinized and at Whirlwind Media, and find us on Facebook. There's plenty of ways to stay up to date. We're on all forms of social media. Whatever you use, look up Russinize Your Day, and follow us, like us,
pin us, poke us, whatever.
We're up for the full Monty. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with an all-new episode of the Russinize Your Day Show, bringing you our coverage, our post-coverage of the Iowa caucuses and what went down tonight.
Boom!
Dun, dun, dun. I'm Russ.
And I'm Brent.
Thanks for listening.